one word I would use to describe Craig is visionary.
Craig Bass, one word. He is very Seussian.
The word that comes to mind for me is thoughtful.
Commitment and committed.
One word I would use to describe Craig is supportive.
Horace sitting on an egg because Maisie the bird flew away. I meant what I said and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful, 100%. That's Craig Bass.
One day I remember being in Craig's office and I just said, "You realize you have a square peg in a round hole, don't you?" And he said, "Yeah, I know that." And I said, "Well, just want to make sure you know because I don't feel like I fit in." And he said, "That's my point, that's my purpose. I don't want you to fit in. You need to be different. We need somebody different." And it just made me appreciate his leadership style, and I think my reaction to him was something like, "Okay, you're the boss, and you're a good one, so I'll get back to work."
It's more memories with Craig that I think about, and one of my favorite memories is, as you all probably know, he likes to eat lunch, and one of his favorite places is Bricktops, and so oftentimes we would go to Bricktops, and he loved Bricktops, and we'd have good conversation about what was happening at AYN, but also what was happening in his life and what was happening in my life, and so I will miss those opportunities to do that in his current role, but I'm hopeful that we'll have an opportunity to do that even as he has more time in his retirement.
Throughout my life, and I've known Craig for 45 years, since I was 12 years old, he's always been supportive, been a friend, been a mentor, and one time he really made an impact on me. It was back in 2011, and we were starting our business, Carter PC accounting firm, and I got a letter from Craig, and he was super supportive, and I could really tell he believed in what we were going to do and that we could pull it off, and it just meant the world to me to hear from him, and it helped me believe in myself as well.
I just remember when I was the board chair, driving kind of all over North Carolina with Craig, looking at different partnerships and strategic opportunities and different things, that it just was, amazing the energy he had, and I put a lot of miles on my car during that time period with Craig, just driving all over the place, trying to find, just always trying to find as many kids as he could help as possible, and his energy and just drive to, if there was a child anywhere in North Carolina that wanted or that needed his help, he was going to go try to find them. So that was a good memory of mine.
One of the other parents said, "We've got this log cabin." I said, "Well, what's it going to sit on?" Oops. So I then got the Navy Seabees through the Navy Reserve out here to build basically a basement in foundation and footings, and we put the log cabin on top of that. And Craig said, "Well, how did you do that?" And I said, "Well, Craig, I just asked him." "Oh, okay, it's gonna be a nice hut."
Craig displayed so many attributes of a highly effective leader, but to me, one in particular. When I was in school, I had a professor that used to talk about the importance of leadership, of identifying the critical work to do, and ensuring that it remains at the center, that it remains the focus. And I think in every instance, Craig would always recenter conversations and say, why is this important to the children that we serve? And so when I think about Craig's legacy at Alexander, there'll certainly be a long list of things that we'll remember him for, but to me, he remained true to the mission and always focused on the children that Alexander served.
I hope you enjoy it to the fullest. If anybody's earned it, you have. My blessings to you and Laura as you enter this phase of life. Just enjoy every minute of it.
Craig, congratulations on your retirement after a really successful run here at the Alexander Youth Network. You have a lot to be proud of. A lot of people are proud of you. Thank you for what you've done for our community and the families that you've touched and the leadership that you've provided for the agency and all the things that you've done in your last, is it 40 years here? Congratulations on your retirement, and I hope you really enjoy your well-deserved time away, but I'm sure you won't be away. You'll be back at it before too long.
enjoy it. I don't know. I'm not retired, so I can't really tell you. But I guess from well wishes, and I just think Craig has had an amazing career. He's a person that everyone that's ever worked with him has always looked up to with great admiration, and just his selfless nature and his putting the mission and children and everything above himself all the time. I would just say go continue to do something that makes you happy and enjoy it.
Craig, I just wish you all the best in your retirement. We're all trying to get to where you are, and you've achieved it. But not only have you gotten to where you are, but you've made it look so effortless and seamless in the way that you've done it. You've cared for people, you've cared for children, and you've cared for me. And I really appreciate you and all that you've done. And I know that AYM will continue to do well, but I know that it's done well because of you, and it's in this position because of what you've done and your leadership. So I just want you to have the best retirement you can possibly have. Enjoy the entire family, and I know we'll see each other soon.
I tell everybody I'm failing retirement, and I've been retired 15 years. So Craig's bright. He'll figure out something to do. I can just figure, if they went into a bed and breakfast. I mean, Laura would be the perfect hostess. I mean, brownies, chocolate chip cookies, and Craig be short sheeting the beds. He's a smart guy. He'll figure it out. I feel sorry for Laura. Oops, cut that. I know Craig Bass, beyond AYM.